One more tough one. The rest are much nicer, but this one I can't wait to hear about, actually. Look at her. Girl, Miss Jenner.
Oh, God.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Guys, this is a setup.
Well, this isn't a setup, sweetie. This is right in your timeline.
This is a setup.
I mean, this was what I like to call
I'm just going to spill all my tea.
Bold.
Okay. Caitlyn Jenner, I was a huge fan of Caitlyn. Right. I was so happy to see that she was stepping into who she truly is. I felt like there was something awkward on the show with Bruce, and I felt like maybe there was something that he was holding back, and then he became she, and it was a beautiful thing. But then afterwards, you know, this title of activism seems to be convenient for folks that are in the public eye who want to look good in front of others, but they're never around. I call them absent activists. And that's where I feel like, you know, I feel like she came in, took advantage of our community, and then took her money and left. That's really how I feel. And I wanted to collaborate with her. We had dinner at her house, you know, and like people. In Malibu.
On the cliff.
I got to know her. She seemed extremely vulnerable. I gave her a gift bag full of stuff, and I was like, you know, I just want you to know that everything's gonna be okay. Call me anytime. Let's work on Latin America. I'm going out there. You know, I want to do some activism work. And she said, sure. And then she just disappeared, you know? And I don't know. It's just, that's it.
She certainly has not turned into the ally for everyone that we thought she would be as one of us.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's my personal experience. But generally speaking, like, I would have loved to see her really take a stand. If she does want to identify as, like, a Republican trans person, then why isn't she, you know, attending those Republican meetings? Or why isn't she getting in there and really being the hero that I believe she can be? If you know, she does have influence, she does have following, she does have wealth, she does have privilege. Use it to fix things. You know, I am intersectional, I am Latina, I am trans, queer. It's harder for me to make a big impact because of those things. Those things do matter to a lot of the conservative gatekeepers that are out there. If she has access to those people, why isn't she making the changes that I feel like she needs to make? You know, it just seems weird for me. And I don't know, that's what I'd love to see her be more active in politics. I'd love to see her try to create some policy change. I'd love to see her more accessible to trans people who need some guidance, who need love, who need a lot of things. You know, I'd love to see her in Utah. I'd love to see her at Love Loud. I'd love to see her at the Trans Latino Coalition. I'd love to see her donate some money to History Unerased. You know,
all
that's
those
what we need
that
to do.
She should be doing, exactly.
Yeah, because, you know, there's organizations that are actually creating curriculums for teachers and educators who will educate the educators on queer history, so that if it's in schools, it breaks the ice with students, there's less bullying, like all of these things count. And it's like, there can't just be one person trying to do that. There's so many of us trans people that are out there in the public eye. We should be banding together and actually making the change now versus expecting our celebrity to influence the change. It's not gonna happen. You've gotta get up and you gotta go out there and say, I'm gonna actively call this politician or that politician or this person or that person or whoever. Call your friends. I'm sure Caitlyn's got a Rolodex of people, and make that change. Put it into motion. Stop sitting around wanting to be famous or wanting to be talked about your glamour. You know, like, I have a problem with that. So my voice is going away. I need to stop talking. That's God telling me to stop talking shit.
Look at him. Miss Laverne Cox. See, I told you it was turning a corner.
I love Laverne. Laverne gave me some really good advice. At the time I was filming this reality show, Tyra Banks was executive producing it, and it went to shit. And just because of the producers.
Was it about your life?
It was 6 trans girls living in Chicago.
Okay.
And they pinned us all against each other.
Oh, really?
It was
they were
the
trying
worst
to do a
time of my life.
type of thing.
They were trying to do a bad girls club type of thing.
Ooh. Oh, shucks.
Right, but they were using my name. They put me in Hollywood Reporter. Carmen Carrera stars in a reality show based on the real lives of trans women in Chicago. Bullshit. I got there and it was like, you know, this one's your enemy, that one's your enemy. You know, they would set us up. They would put us in situations where we'd be fighting at like really expensive restaurants, all this stuff. And I didn't know who to go to because I'm like, how is this happening? Like, everyone's gonna hate me. They're gonna, you know, think that I'm part of this like terrible show, and I called, I spoke to Laverne, and she gave me some amazing advice. She affirmed that it's not me, and there's nothing that I can do about it, and things like this happen because, Laverne's been in the game for a while. Like, she's been on a couple of TV shows, reality shows, before I came out. So it was she was really that voice of to calm me down and to say everything's gonna be okay, and just do this, this, and this, and you'll be fine. And it worked,
Wow.
She was really there for me, and I really appreciate her.
And that show just never made it through
Oh,
because
no.
you stopped participating?
No, because VH1 was like, what is this? We can't put this on the air. Are you kidding me? Yeah, so that's how I got couples therapy with my ex.
Right.
Yeah, because they were like, Carmen, we love you and your story. We want to keep you on VH1, and we think VH1 viewers will enjoy you. And then that's how I did that. So, yeah.
Right, well, better that show than the other show.
No, it was so bad. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It was really bad. It was really, really, really bad. But I hope maybe one day we do something like that with a better production company who has better intentions for our community. It was kind of like a Jerry Springer. It was like Jerry Springer was producing it for Bad Girls Club spin-off trans version.
Lord,
that's literally what it felt like. But it was being promoted as this innovative, progressive show that's gonna give you the real insight, you know, on beautiful trans women, and it was BS. It was BS, but I got paid.
There's always that, sweetie.
You know what I mean? And I learned a lesson. I learned a huge lesson in this business. I've had a lot of experience that many people don't know about. There's been other projects that didn't work or whatever, but I gained so much just firsthand experience, on how I should be navigating things, why it's important to have a lawyer, why it's important to have a manager, representation, why it's important to have your best friend by your side. All of those things, I've come to learn those lessons because of these hardships, so it's all worth it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, look at her. Stephen Meisel, legendary, honey. You told us in the main show about how great the polls are when they come from W Magazine.
Yes.
Tell us something that, not very many people know what it's like to work with Stephen Meisel.
No, well, Stephen Meisel, first of all, if you get photographed by Stephen Meisel, that puts you on a different list of amazingness. When I got the call, so I worked with Stephen twice. I got the call from my manager, okay, you're gonna go shoot with W, it's Stephen Meisel that's shooting, and I'm like, wait, so is it just me? Is it Rue too? Is it all of us? And he's like, nope, it's just you, just you. And I went in, and they were literally astonished by me.
Wow.
And I was just like, what? Me? Really? And yeah, they were just really catering, and he yells, he'll yell, no, yes, stop, keep going, slow down. But he's right in front of you. Yeah, but he, and he's very private. You don't see him out very often. He lives in a beautiful house.
I bet.
He has a big heart. He's a Gemini. And that's pretty much it. He's super dope. I want to work with him again.
I bet.
Yeah, I should hit him up. I have his email. We email sometimes, Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday.
That's sweet. Oh, what a legend.
Once
so
you're a
exciting.
Meisel girl, you are a Meisel girl for life.
Yes.
Yes.
Look at her. Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, that's my mother.
Yes.
J-Lo's my mother. So I used to be a huge super fan. And I used to go to TRL with a poster. My mom used to sign me out of school to go see J-Lo at TRL.
Wow.
We used to be out there with my friends stalking her all the time. And then I grew up. I went to high school, obviously graduated, and I went to go see her at an autograph signing, and she remembered me. And I was wow, this lady is really smart. She remembers me. So I kept, sort of running into her, I think, what was it that I was doing at the time? I remember I was on set of her movie, and Mark Anthony invited me to dress up as drag, as Jennifer, for her 40th birthday. This was 10 years ago.
Wow.
And I did, and that's what sort of, I guess, got me, the in, with her and her people. And I saw her at the GLAAD Awards. After that, she just so happened to be getting an award. And I was invited, and I was at the time when I was really popular, I guess. And she pulled me aside backstage, and she said, don't let this industry change you. I watch you, and keep going, God bless you, da-da-da. And yeah, ever since then, I went to her concert, and like, you know, I would check in, and it actually makes me feel like this huge A-list celebrity is like actually keeping up with my like little tiny like things that I'm doing, you know, and yeah, like I don't know, like I look up to her so much, like she's my idol. She's my idol.
How incredible to have that moment with someone that you've loved for your entire life.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, I don't want to jinx it, but I wish that my idol would become my mentor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. But yeah, I love J-Lo. I mean, she's gonna be 50, and like the amount of energy she has.
Just look, she's taking the potion, the death becomes her potion, where she doesn't age.
But you know, it's not even about like her age or her way that she looks. It's her talent and her energy.
Mm-hmm.
Like the energy that she gives you. Like if you ever find yourself around her, like in passing, she's got like this energy that. It's like a bubble of like light almost, you know? And I'm not just saying that because I'm like a fan. Like I'm very sensitive to people's vibe. And like she's just got this dope vibe. And I think it's because she's so seasoned and experienced, and she's also strict, I guess, with like learning her routines and, you know, banging out these TV shows back to back to back. And that's just so inspiring to me. You know, and I really hope I get to work with her. I know she's doing like a stripper movie.
Oh,
yeah, it's called
honey.
Hustlers.
All right.
I'd love to be the trans girl. We need diversity.
Yes.
Just saying. Elaine Goldsmith-Thomas, she's, you know, the producer, so.
All right, get it together, J-Lo.
Please book me.
Look at her. Now, we've talked about her on the main show and all the drama, but is there anything else you want to say?
I respect RuPaul a lot. I think that, you know, having your own TV show twice, being in this business for so long, you know, she's probably in her shell a lot of the times. And I respect her a lot. I think she's super creative, and I wish to have a better relationship with her. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I really do. She's fierce, girl. Like, she's like the mother of all drag queens. Like, she
yes, she sure is.
Yeah, she's the mother of all of us. And yeah, I think she's amazing. I think she's amazing. I still do, regardless of whatever happened, even though it's like whatever, but overall, it's the greatest good is that she's pretty awesome.
Well, Carmen made it all the way through. Look out! Carmen, thanks for being here today, sweetie. Thanks for being honest.
So much.
And thanks for fighting for all queer people, trans youth, and continue to do what you do because it's so important.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Lady Red, did you have fun with Miss Carmen today?
Girl, she gave me my life.
Lady Red's blazed and ready, sweetie.
I had to take a blood break for just a second. I was like, oh my God.
All right, well, thank you, Lady Red. Thank you to the boys from Echo V and Trilino. And of course, thank you to Carmen Carrera.
Thank you so much.
And we'll see you next time on Hey Qween and Look at Her. Hit it.
Look at her.
Look at her. Lady Red. Now, Carmen, give it to them. That's right. Look at her. Look at her. Bye, everybody.
Look at her. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her.
Hello, children. Click here and subscribe. You're welcome.